With the first committee deadline falling on March 25th, it was a busy week for members both on and off the House floor. The House Public Safety and Criminal Justice Reform Finance and Policy Committee approved a proposal Tuesday that would up the punishment for disruptive behavior at youth sporting events. Representative John Hewitt, a part-time youth sports official, sponsors House File 33 to expand the powers of the Minnesota Amateur Sports Commission to include imposing civil penalties on individuals who disrupt or interfere with a youth athletic activity.
I'm okay with saying bad call, ref, or maybe even a little louder than that. But what I'm not okay is when they use profanity and vulgar terms and racial epithets, and I just don't think that's acceptable.
The bill won big committee approval. An 18-0 vote moves it to the House Judiciary Finance and Civil Law Committee. A proposal to appropriate $25 million toward ALS research and support programs was passed by the House with huge bipartisan support Thursday. The bill is sponsored by Representative Dave Lislegard in the House. His good friend and Senate sponsor, Senator David Tomassoni, was diagnosed last year with the neurodegenerative disease that has no cure.
These grants will help preserve the quality of life for those people dealing with it and the families that have to care for them. David told me it's not about him. And he's right, because he's not going to benefit from this. But it's everything about him. Because this didn't have the attention until he got it. Senator Tomassoni, I'm holding the glass like you taught me. Salute, I love you.
During emotional testimony, Representative Ann New Brindley offered her support and shared with members how ALS has touched her life.
You're casting a vote for hope for these families, and you're casting a vote for support for the people who love them and care for them, and who do so happily and willingly, but need the extra support.
Senate File 3372 was passed as amended, 121-9. It returns to the Senate, where it passed 67-0 earlier this month. A proposal to divest Minnesota's investments from Russia and Belarus was passed 126-0 by the House Thursday. Representative Sidney Jordan sponsors House File 4165, which would direct the State Board of Investment to cut ties with the two countries within 15 months.
As someone who represents the center of Minnesota's Ukrainian American community, I have been overwhelmed by this bill's bipartisan and bicameral support. Since the start of Putin's invasion, thousands of Ukrainian civilians have been killed and millions have been displaced.
State investments in the countries was estimated at $53 million before the Russian invasion of Ukraine began a month ago, but it is likely under $10 million now. The bill now goes to the Senate. For more nonpartisan coverage of the Minnesota House of Representatives, check out our Session Daily work at house.mn/sessiondaily.